Don't forget the hats, feed the ducks. And all the ducks that we raised this year, we're donating to the local food banks. If you want to help out, 50ducksonhottub.com. Below the video, there's a link. You can make monthly donations, you can make a one-time donation, or you can pick yourself up one of these t-shirts and support the duck adventure. Give to charity this year. Good afternoon and welcome to the Duck Adventure for July the 5th. Yes, it's afternoon, and no, I did not sleep in. But I have been busy here, guys. I'm working my buns off, trying to get caught up, and I haven't been recording. So I've got the little duckies out right now. I'm just about to clean the barn out. Oh, they're cooking themselves in the sun here. They're so, everybody, actually, it's a scorcher day, guys. So what's happened here today, my buddy came over this morning, and I'm just tearing the grids all apart because I had them set up here. We had a little bit of a gauntlet set up. I double tagged all the adult ducks today. So as you can see, the grids are set up inside there. We had them, it was a trick. It was so funny. The juvenile ducks, they were so easy to get through through the grid and out front and sort them and everything. Adult ducks knew exactly what I was up to. They would not go into the grid. They wouldn't go into this area. And my buddy and I struggled, but we got all of them tagged, and it was hot, it was brutal, and I didn't take any notes, but I just double tagged everybody. I put, and another thing, guys, I don't know if I ever showed you those plastic tags. I'll show you them. Actually, I'll go get them right now. Okay, these are the tags, guys. Don't ever use these things. They're absolutely useless. I have every different size. These are some of the bigger sizes. Don't use them. They're not UV stabilized. What happens is they disintegrate, and out of all the ducks, and I know for a fact I tagged all the ducks last year, all the breeders with them, there was only 2 ducks that had tags left, and the 2 ducks that did have the tags, they were just disintegrating. You could actually just take and break the plastic. It was very brittle. It was actually very, very soft brittle. You could tell the ultraviolet had broken them down. So if you ever think about using these, they don't last. They don't, like I said, I know for a fact I tagged last spring, and not even a year later, only 2 birds out of 80 birds had tags left on them, and the 2 birds that did have them, they were disintegrated. So bad tag to use. Stick with the aluminum ones, which are these tags here. But you need pliers, a special set of pliers to put them on. I didn't videotape it because we just wanted to get it done. But these guys, any of the birds that I did with these tags last year, the birds still had the tags on them. All right, we're back down here with the ducks. Now the juvenile ducks, these ducks are less than 3 weeks old. They're hanging around down here. They're somewhere over here. There's one that's stuck right now on the electric fence. The Muscovy and her babies are inside the pen, and they're doing some shade action. It's a brutal hot day. Then we've got some underneath here, underneath this tree. But the reason I turned the camera on, guys, is I had to show you this. The ducks now don't even hang around the yard. They go down to the lake. They're not interested in staying there. Oh yes, another thing I've been doing is weed whacking. Oh, Dougie, he's in the mud. I cut all this back yesterday. Last night, actually. I've been doing it at night. So I cut this. This actually took me like 2 hours. You can't tell, but there's over an hour of cutting I did over in that area. I'm not, like I said, I'm just going at it at night because the heat right now it's too brutal. But I'm going to try to get a high enough spot here because I don't want to walk down there because it just freaks the ducks out. But the ducks are not hanging around at all. Okay, that's where the ducks have been. For the last 2 days, they've just been hanging around the creek. Now Doug's down there right now. He was just swimming. Actually, looks like he's going to go for a swim right now. But that's, they go down there on their own now. They actually, as fast as we were sorting them today, my buddy and I, to do the tagging, we were putting them out, they were heading straight down into the water. Oh, Doug's making them move. Actually, if Doug's down there swimming with them, is a good thing because Mr. Coyote won't come around if Doug's down there. But he's actually causing them to come back. So the last 2 days I haven't been filming. Actually, I think the last time I turned the camera on was July the 2nd. So today would be the 3rd day if I wouldn't have turned it on. But we've had a streak of bad luck here, guys. We've got a hawk that's coming in and killing ducklings. I've lost, and I can't catch the hawk. He's coming in. I've been weeding the garden is what I've been doing. I've been focusing on my garden. I've been sitting, I've been weeding it and working my buns off. Actually, I burnt my back and I almost gave myself some heat stroke yesterday working in it so long. But what's happened is that when I'm on the other side of the property, this hawk is coming on this side. And so far, he's killed 2 ducklings over here on this side of the property, and he killed a duckling over on the other side. Now, I don't know how he killed it over on the other side because I was over there gardening, and so I don't know how he managed to do it, but it's a little hawk. It's the same little hawk that I see down here all the time that's hunting the blackbirds, because if it was a full size, like the big hawk, we have 2 types of hawks here. If it was a big hawk, it would have just taken the duckling with it. But it's a little hawk that's killing it, ripping its chest open, ripping its stomach open, and it's, so that we've lost a total of 3 that way. Seizure duck with the head that kept flipping backwards all the time, drowned. I was weeding the garden once again, working in the garden, and I left, I set the ducks up with the little kiddie pool and that, and everything was fine. Came back an hour later, and seizure duck, I haven't been drinking, guys. I should be though. It's a beautiful day. Was in the water, drowned. So we've had 3 ducks killed by a hawk, and we had a drowning. So it's been a bad 2 days. It's actually depressed me. I'm not liking it because I hate losing the ducks. It bothers me actually. It really sends me for a loop actually. But anyways, that's another story. So I'm going to do a bunch of chores. I got to wait till it cools down a little bit because I want to go in there and do a little more weed trimming and just try to get something done here as far as opening it up, because I've noticed down at the creek that the ducks are, they're going down there, but they're really cautious of the bulrush area, and I've got to get rid of the bulrush area. So, and the area that I can't get, the Argo, my dealer with the Argo, he doesn't want to supply it unless it's got tracks, because he knows I'm just going to get stuck in the swamp. So he's got a track issue. He's got to find some tracks for the used unit he's got there. So I don't even know if we're going to get the Argo yet. But Doug's back. Oh, he didn't bring the ducks back. They're still down there. So I'm just going ahead and start cutting. And like I said, I've been cutting. I cut the last 2 nights. I've done a couple hours every night. I'm going to just keep chiseling away at it. But that's why I haven't recorded anything the last couple days, because I'm trying to get all the jobs done around here, and I've been actually working on my garden because I'm I've got my garden. I can't have a repeat of last year because I don't have any more. I don't have enough food in my freezer to get me through another winter. So anyways, I'm gonna get back to my chores here. Don't know what I'm gonna record today, but I got to get this all cleaned up and get the ducks set up for tonight. And we got a hatch hopping this week. At Wednesday is the big hatch day, the 8th. So we should start seeing. I loaded the eggs on Saturday, so we should start seeing some pippin action here in the next couple of days. So we'll get the camera rolling again and get the show back on the road. All right, guys. I thought I'd come down here instead of doing the Zoom before I get back to work, because I really need to be working. Oh, can't walk there. Okay, this is getting bad. The only place I can walk, guys. Actually, I'll just show you Doug. Okay, Doug's just taking off here. I was hoping I'd get a shot and show you how bad it is down here. Well, first of all, I'm getting eaten by deer fly. I forgot to put my hat on. Okay, I gotta get across to the other side because this vantage point sucks. Look at this. I can't believe I've never seen it this soft out here. That is holy mackerels. Look at it. This is the kind of stuff, if you're walking, you make the mistake of the wrong spot. And I gotta go back a little bit, guys, so I can get across. Doug and I are walking through the bulrushes here because, well, it's the only spot I can walk without falling through, because I'm walking, the bulrush roots are actually holding me up. But there's a whole bunch of young ducks down here. Look at this. They're down here with the other ducks. It actually looks like we've lost a duck down here, actually. I think we've lost a duck, guys. Right there. There's a whole bunch of feathers. And that looks like a scuffle happened. And we lost a bird. It could be that hawk that's coming in, but usually I end up finding the body somewhere. Oh, sorry about the bad zoom there, guys. I'm swinging around trying to get a view here of what's going on. But the ducks are coming down here on their own now. Well, the first 100 from May the 28th are down here with the and the geese. And then these guys are the June the 8th or June the 10th group, which the rest of them are up at the yard. But it certainly looks like we lost some ducks here, a duck I should say. Doug is going to go in. So I gotta, like I said, I'm working on the weed whacking. I've just got to, oh, what's going on? What is it, Doug? Okay, something's here. Doug, when I was working in the yard, Doug was down here on his own for some reason, but usually it's because there's something down here, and he sticks close to the ducks. He came back to the yard. That's why I'm down here with the camera, guys, is because he came back and he was just soaking wet and muddy, and there's something down here, and I thought I'd come down with the camera and see if we can get anything. Get Doug in action here. Just look at the ducks, though. They're headed out more and more to the lake. They take forever to get to the, out in the open. And then, in a month from now, that's where they'll want to be all the time, is out in the lake. But right now, it's baby steps to get out there. But they're really relaxed when Doug's down here with them. But I don't believe, from them drilling, it's gonna be tricky. I'm actually thinking I might end up putting my old work boots on and not worry about falling in a hole. I think if I come down on, if I do that side in my rubber boots, it'll be a mistake, because I just know I'm gonna punch a hole through and go through, and at least if I wear my old work boots, at least my boot will stay on instead of filling with water and falling off. But I can't believe this year from the ducks drilling, how the root system here is just destroyed. Last year I could walk all through this and it was no problem. Now mind you, it is going to be really easy cutting, because there is no, that's what I did notice yesterday when I was weed whacking, because everywhere I'm cutting right now is all fresh growth, and I was actually surprised how easy it was. I got more done than I thought I was going to get done. But I'm also, because there's no root system left anymore, everything's really soft. The swamp is turning into, one big mud hole from the ducks. So, Doug's going to stay down here. The little guys are coming back. So my goal is later today, once the temperature drops a little bit, I'm going to come down here and start cutting the path wider so it's a little more open, so that right now you would be seeing ducks instead of green. And that's my goal. I got the weed whacker fixed. Oh guys, you wouldn't believe it. It's another thing. Last year I replaced the primer ball on the bushwhacker. It's got this little primer pump, and the original little rubber ball or rubber dome lasted 16 years, So last year it died, got a crack in it, and it was causing problems. So I went and bought another one. It was like, I went to the Echo dealer, and they jammed it to me and sold it to me for, it was like $10. It was crazy. I couldn't believe the price. I crapped actually. So my problem this year, I've been having lots of problems with it, and the thing, it didn't make any sense, because the thing runs great. I take good care of it. It's in good shape. It's been used a lot, but it started acting up again. And yesterday I went into the small engine repair place, and I was looking there on the shelf, and they got some new fuel lines. I got to replace all the fuel lines. I thought it's got a fuel problem. And the girl goes, well, maybe you need a primer pack. So I just bought one of those last year. She goes, well, you know, they're only $3. And I was like, $3, okay. I bought the last one in the wrong place. So I bought a couple of them, brought them home, because I couldn't tell which one it was. So I said, $3, give me a couple, one of each one, the two styles she had. I put it on and fixed the problem. The thing runs perfect again. So I'm like, I couldn't believe it. You know, the part that I bought last year lasted less than 9 months. That was it. And the original one lasted 16 years. It's like, you know, they really have perfected on how to make things not last. I totally forgot. I was standing here filling the water up, and I looked at the little ducklings behind me here sleeping, and I remembered somebody else sleeping on the job. I was at the washing the dishes, and we all know Doug hates seagulls. And I look up and I see a seagull flying by the house, and it's got a yellow duckling in its mouth. And Doug was sleeping on the front deck, and the seagull came in and got a duckling. So we've lost one to a seagull, three to a hawk, one to a hawk, one hawk, 3 ducklings, one drowned. And yesterday morning I found a really big duckling on the back of the barn, dead in the corner. So it's been a bad couple days here. Speaking of bad, you're not going to believe it. I haven't been on the computer in a couple of days because I've been working on the property, and I checked my email this morning. Last week I got approached by a production company in LA wanting to buy one of my videos, and it was actually the one that it's 171 ducklings go to the swimming pool for the first time. That video's got like almost 2 million views. And they offered to buy it, and I didn't want to sell it. I'm not interested in selling it, so I said no to them. That was on Friday morning. I finally, after back and forth many times, then I told them I wasn't interested in selling the video, and I sent it back, you know, flat out, no, I'm not going to sell it. Saturday morning, YouTube takes the video down. It got flagged as spam. So my you know, one of the biggest money makers on the channel, actually it generates enough money, it buys a bag of food a day for the Duck Adventure every day. Well, about 3/4 of a bag of food every single day. It's almost 2 million views. It generates probably about 3 to 10 new subscribers every day for the channel, and YouTube 7 o'clock Saturday morning took it down, and I've appealed it. I don't know if I'm going to win the appeal, because you know, you never know with YouTube, because they have a very hands-off attitude when it comes to dealing with people. So that was another curveball I had thrown to me this morning, which I didn't count on. I just couldn't believe it that they yanked a video down that's been up since July of 2013, 2 million views, and it got flagged as spam. I couldn't believe it. It was misleading content. It was like 171 ducklings go to a swimming pool, which was exactly what the video was. So it's been a bad couple days here, guys. I set up a little bit of a water park here. I just got the hose, just a fine mist. But the ducks, they were all sleeping underneath the lean-to there on the side of the barn. And as soon as I turn the hose on, they're coming out, standing their attention in the mist. It was so cute. And they started playing in the water, and like everybody was asleep. But as soon as they heard the water, some of them, you know, they all woke up. They were all sleeping. And then they came out, and now they're playing. They're so cute. Oh, ducklings. And to think we lost one to a seagull the other day because of Doug sleeping on the job. Everybody's cleaning themselves now. So they were like fast asleep, and I thought, I gotta wake this crew up. This is just, you know, there's gotta be a way of them having a little bit of fun here. Now everybody's cleaning themselves. Now this is really good. Why this is really good, guys, is because it causes them to generate oil. And when they're grooming themselves, they're actually I'll show you this one here. You take a look. Come on, Duck, do it for us here. If you notice them rubbing their back ends, I'm trying to get a shot here. Come on, you're just doing it for me. They rub their heads, like see they're going to their head, to the back end. Well, they're trying to get their head near the oil gland, which is right, I'll show you, right there. That's where the oil gland is, right there on their bodies. And what they do, see that one, oh damn, I shouldn't have done that. What they do is they groom the back of them, their back end, and trigger the oil gland to start producing oil. And then they coat it all over their feathers. Well, they're down right now. And they become waterproof. So the more water they get to play in, the earlier they can go to the lake, because they'll be waterproof. Now, in a factory farm situation where a duck is living in a barn and never gets exposure to water, their feathers never develop, they don't develop the oil, so they don't get to coat their feathers. And that's the big difference. Plus, it's a mental thing, you know, as a stimulation. Ducks need the water to play because, well, here, I'll just show you this. Now look at that, you know, they're playing in this water and they're cleaning themselves. And, you know, they'll get out and then they'll groom themselves, and they'll trigger the gland on the back of their bodies, on their back ends, to start, you know, getting the oil. And they'll groom themselves and put the oil all over their bodies so that they become waterproof. Like the ducks that are living in the front of the barn here right now, that are out with the rest of the adult ducks during the day, you can tell in the rain. Well, actually, that crazy rainstorm we had here the other day, they were standing outside and the water was just bouncing right off their down. Where these guys, their down still gets wet, because this is only, I think, day 4 or day 5 that they've been coming out to play. But it's, you know, it's all part of the master plan to get them out earlier, to get them out roaming around on the property and getting wet and get to the lake. Because the sooner they get to the lake, the less work it is for me, and more fun for them, and more fun for us videoing, because I can get out there and do a ton of videoing and share this whole crazy thing that I'm doing. They're so cute. They're cleaning themselves. Unfortunately, because of what happened here the other day, I can't let these guys out yet into the yard, because they're still at the right size to get, you know, snappled on. And the fact that we got this hawk floating around, a hawk would take one of these guys in a heartbeat, and we wouldn't get to find his remains. He'd be just gone. Because the other 3 ducks that I found that were killed by the hawk they were left on the property. They never got to leave. They were too big for them to fly away with. But these guys are big enough, and it'd be a shame because you lose them. And which I don't get is the Muscovy babies. They're but then again, they got the mothers with them all the time. All right, I gotta clean out the inside of the barn. It is bad in there. You wouldn't believe how disgusting it is. It's been only 2 days, because I religiously, every 2 days, I clean it no matter what. And sometimes I even do around the water every day. But it's just a sheet of feces. But the garden needs it for on the rows anyway. So, all right, back to work. The more the hose is running, the more ducks are coming to play in the water. It seems to have triggered just a whole bunch of activity here from their mid-afternoon slumber. Everybody's cleaning themselves up. Guess how that happened? Dougie, my helper. A tub full of ducks. Just sitting there, floating away, relaxing. The teenagers. I don't know why they are at the creek. Oh, here comes Doug. That's why they're moving. Okay, all the ducklings went inside. They're getting their fix of straw, or duck crack, I should say. And there's like what, 2, 4, 6, 7 ducks outside. All of them are inside playing in straw. Actually, let's go take a look. Oh, ducks! It's awful hot in here. Fresh straw. Just look at this. Ducks, you silly things. Oh man. It's gorgeous out there, and they're in here. I'm not weed whacking tonight, guys. It's already 7 o'clock, and I need a shower so bad. I'm so itchy. I don't know if it's poison ivy. I honestly, guys, I think I know where the poison ivy might be coming from. The bales of straw, because something's happening lately. It's just it's in places that Doug doesn't touch me. It doesn't make it's got to be the straw. That's the only thing I think of. Robert's got some poison ivy in his fields, which is totally possible. And when I'm handling the bales, I'm getting it because I'm getting it in dots all over the weirdest places. So I'm dealing with poison ivy again. Anyways, I'm up to have a shower and do some editing because I'm still behind. You know, you can't win with ducks. The more area you cut for them, the more they go to the outside edge. But look at this, some Muscovies. Mom's brought them down to play in the mud. Just look at that. That's so cute. I'm getting eaten by deer flies. Oh, they're bad tonight. The humidity's brought them out. Well, I got the weed whacker up and running here, so this week I'll do a little bit every night, but not tonight. Sunday night, I'm taking it easy. The Goose has got a bunch of ducklings down in the water. Look at them playing. All the little duck heads sticking up watching us. Oh, look at this. One in the water. Oh. Look at that. One in the water. And I just cleaned that today. They really like this area here. Unfortunately, this is where the hawk got two of them. It's right here. Okay, so I don't know if it's the ducks or the geese that's the bad influence, but look at that. At the end of the day, and I don't know if that's the same group that just keeps going down there and staying at the lake. I just know what's going on here. Alright, they're going back on the Coyote Trail. That's the Coyote Trail. Oh, ducks. Just look at that. That's so cute. Seeing the young ducks down there playing like that. Oh, that looks like Goose Lee Jr. I don't know, the viewfinder is pretty blurry for my bad eyesight, but something tells me it is. Alright, I gotta go have a shower and have my supper. Doug just came back from the swamp. He's been patrolling pretty hard. Poor dog. It's so hot and he's running so much protecting the ducks. Oh, he's having a little bit of roll in the poop. Oh, Doug. Thankfully I give you showers at the end of the day.